I think God gives humans, each and every one of us, a unique sense of purpose, a unique personality, a unique calling and identity. And I think, going back to what I said before, it's our responsibility, each and every one of us, to find that and venture and look for that and pursue that to the greatest extent we possibly can. So with me, I do believe that that is something that brings me closer to God, but also to my sense of self, my deeper sense of self, the person who He's made me to be. So it's kind of a simultaneous thing.
Do you feel in some ways that this is a calling from, so you talked about like there is a calling from deep inside of you. But do you feel this being an artist is a calling for you?
I do, yeah. And the reason I think that is because if you really love something more than yourself, you love something so much you love it more than yourself, to the point where that thing that you love so much is deeply intertwined with your soul and fused to you, to where you cannot escape it if you tried. And that's been your first love since you were a child, because that was my case. Music is something that I've lived, breathed, eat, and sleep on it since I was old enough to talk. When I was old enough to talk is when I started singing, basically. And something like that, that's not something that I don't think should be taken lightly for me. Something as deep and meaningful as that is fulfillment to me. That is my highest sense of fulfillment in this short life I have on earth. So I do believe that is a deeper, profound calling. And I think it is not just my responsibility, but every person's responsibility to find their purpose, to really do some soul searching, find their deepest purpose, the most fulfilling aspect of their life, and really pursue that and live up to that.
And what do you get out of that when you feel like you are living up to your life's purpose? Like, even in just the pursuit of it, like the day-to-day activity of it, what do you get out of that when you really feel like you're aligned with what you came here to do as a human?
Feels like I'm fulfilling a mission, accomplishing a mission. I feel the most connected to my higher sense of myself and my deepest sense of self. I feel complete. I know there's a lot of people, there's this cliche that they find, a spouse or a partner, and they say that that person completes them. That's the type of relationship I have to music. It's like my soulmate. It completes me.
I think that ties in well to my next question. Like for me, I feel like art, it brings me closer to God, right? And so that's why I started this company, to help artists like you bring other people closer to God through your art. So do you feel that connection to God, and if not God, maybe to a deeper sense of yourself? Do you feel like an experience of the divine when you're participating in your art?
It's both, actually. I think I do believe in God, and I've believed in God my entire life. I think God gives humans, each and every one of us, a unique sense of purpose, a unique personality, a unique calling and identity. And I think, going back to what I said before, it's our responsibility, each and every one of us, to find that and venture and look for that and pursue that to the greatest extent we possibly can. So with me, I do believe that that is something that brings me closer to God, but also to my sense of self, my deeper sense of self, the person who He's made me to be. So it's kind of a simultaneous thing. It's kind of like, it's not mutually exclusive. They go hand in hand, like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, well, you said you found yourself recently. Do you feel like you're continually unfolding or continually discovering and evolving through this process of creating art?
Oh, for sure. And I think, I don't know if if you were to ask that to any other person, they would say no. That would surprise me. But I would assume all of us would be yes. But for me, I can only speak on myself. But yeah, it does unfold, because as I've had my journey with music, I've discovered different things, and my relationship to music is always evolving. There's different things I learn about myself, with not even just my heart's feeling to music, if that's the best way to put it, but my actual relationship to creating music and learning things about it, like learning different ways to write music, different ways to connect with my audience, different ways to collaborate with other people, different ways to experiment with different sounds, different instruments, different textures, harmonic textures, different chords, key changes, chord progressions. All of that stuff to me is like, it's like wondrous to me. And it's, as I keep learning different things, it just blows my mind more and more. And I hope that this is something I will continue to keep evolving in till my last breath, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's my next question. Do you think you can outgrow art, or do you think there's something to it where it's always going to be teaching you something?
I don't think you can truly outgrow it. I think if you're outgrowing it, you're stuck on something and you're not looking at other perspectives. You're not considering other forms of art, other types of. I'm not even talking about like genre, but even like different ways of your own genre or your own sound or different ways to experiment. Because sure, there's I think 11 or 12 notes and it's on the piano, 11 or 12 notes, but there's so many different combinations you can do with those notes. There's so many different chords. I don't even know how many chords exist, but there's so many different combinations you can do. There's so many different aspects of a song you can switch around, like adding or subtracting certain elements, adding vocals, harmonies. There's so much. It's like, it feels so big. It feels like a galaxy to me where it's just like so huge. And I think if you feel like you're outgrowing music, it means that you've only really looked at our solar system and not really explored the galaxy in a sense. Because there's so much out there. It's like music is like a Milky Way.
Do you feel more of a connection to this world itself through your process of creation and being an artist?
I do, because this is something that's kind of I've experienced since I was really small, and I didn't know what it was called until last year. But I have something called synesthesia, which means that when I hear certain songs that are in certain keys or chords, varying on instrument, of course, I start seeing not just different colors, but different visualizations of scenes. I start picturing different scenes. Like, there's a weird example. I'm sure someone in the world watching this will be able to relate. But if I hear a song that's very, I don't know, that's like in F minor, I'll start seeing city lights, nighttime, skyscrapers, think downtown Toronto or New York City, that sort of thing, where it's very like, or even Miami, it's like that nighttime city life, nightlife thing. But that's one way that I feel more connected to the world, that certain aspects of music, like different elements or different chords or ways to play an instrument, evokes like different emotions in me that I can experience in the real world. Like I can make these connections, like even when I'm working on my projects, like with my upcoming album, I was able to kind of sequence the track list and consider like the key of the song and even the BPM, but like more so the key, and how that would translate into the real world, as in like what type of mood. Like I could tell what type of song would be suitable for a late night drive, or what song is more suitable for a walk out at 3 p.m., or what songs evoke different colors and moods. And that's also kind of how I make my cover art for my singles, even my album artwork. It's like I think about what colors I see, the kind of vibe, and I can translate into the real world with the music and how I feel from that. So that's one big way that it helps connect me to the world.
That's incredible. I don't even know a follow-up on that. I'm like, my mind's just
It's strange, I know. It's not. Even I thought it was weird because I didn't know there was a.
It's not that it's strange. It's beautiful in a way.
Yeah, I had to look it up what it was called, and I started with the Google search. It was like, when I hear certain songs in different keys, I see colors. What's that called? Is that normal?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.